So here's the deal. In a shop class in middle school, we had to take
shop class.
We had to take 3 electives. We could take home economics, we could take shop class, or we could take something else that I don't really remember. But here's the thing with the shop class: it was next to the computer lab, and it was so. For what you had to do is the whole quarter, whole semester, you had 2 projects you had to make. You had to make a toy and you had to make a shelf. And then as soon as you finished those projects, you could go into the computer lab next door and do whatever you wanted. Play on the computer. I tried to get free iPods online for about 6 weeks straight. I almost got one. But my friend Jason, it was like the second day of class, and he's over in the computer lab, and they go, the shop professor's like, did you finish your projects? It's been literally one day. And he goes, yeah, I finished both of them. And he goes, okay. Jason continues to play on the computer for the next 3 months, and then the final day of class comes, and he is like, okay, Jason, I'm grading the project. Can I see your shelf, and can I see the other thing you made? And he goes, oh, yeah, no problem. And he goes into the shop class, and he comes out with a 2x4, and he hands it to the professor, and he goes, what is this? And he goes, that is the shelf I made. And he freaks out, and he goes, this is not it. Let me see the other thing you made. And then he goes back into the shop class, and he comes back out with a smaller 2x4 and said this was the toy that he made. And it was probably the hardest I've ever laughed in my entire life. Mr. Bodrock, poor guy, was teaching 8th grade shop. He had a hole in his head from something. I think he had a stroke, and now he's just dealing with Jason and me trying to get free iPods all day.
Just going to shop class,
going to shop class, taking out pieces of wood, trying to pass them as shelves.
What was his excuse when he's like, what toy is this?
I think he said it was a plank or something like that.
Oh, just like the Ed and Eddie?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not quite sure. I was on the floor laughing when I saw that.
A smiley face on it?
No, he didn't do anything. It was so perfect. Then then I look back, I'm like, oh, that guy is not going to make it well in life. Like that even mattered back then. I was convinced if I didn't get a 4.0 that I was going to be homeless.
You were a pretty smart kid growing up then, huh?
I was very smart, yes. I'm still smart.
So, I mean, at least grade-wise, you were pretty studious.
Yes.
So how long did it take you to knock out that shelf and toy?
Took me maybe like 4 weeks to do everything.
So you put some work into that.
Yeah, it looked good. It looked good.
You popped that A in the class?
I'm sure I did, yeah.
Oh, dude, shop class done right, dude. Then pretty much the rest of the semester you got computer class and did whatever you want.
Yeah, that's right.
And you didn't play Oregon Trail.
Didn't play without. This was like in 8th grade. Though we were way past that.
Yeah, Oregon Trail was in like 2nd, 3rd grade. But, dude, then there was the typing games. Did you ever have typing class?
Yes.
Dude, those typing games was there was one with like, it was like Transylvania. And you're like, pop, 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 pop.
Wait, you had to type Transylvania or something?
I don't think I could type Transylvania as a kid. But it was like something like, it was like vampire themed with like falling letters or something. It's like you had to hit by the time it's like drop down or whatever. No, we're blanking there, guys. We're blanking there. But dude, there was fun little things that you could do, and it's like I remember that there was like in middle school there was a kid that was like a computer hacker prodigy, and he pretty much took off all the blocks. Like, you know how websites were blocked at school?
Yes.
He took out all the blocks. He quit blocking everything on the computers, and the kid, I'm pretty sure he got thrown out of school for that.
Well, yeah, because then you got guys looking up biggest boob in the world on Google and then going nuts.
Yeah, little kids. It was like 6th grade. This kid got kicked out like immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was like bragging about it, is the way that he got caught.
Oh, I'm sure.
So he's like, yeah, unblocked everything. The tits were popping pretty quick. You have any wild stories about
what?
You're just booming your face with the mic.